my name is Alice and I will be teaching restorative yoga this evening. So usually with restorative yoga, there are a lot of props, bolsters, blocks, blankets, but to make this class accessible for everyone, I won't be utilizing those. If you have them, please use them. They're a wonderful addition to class, but you don't need anything but yourself and a mat. So we're going to begin in a comfortable cross-legged seated position on the mat. I invite you to change the cross of your legs. We usually cross in a dominant way, so change the cross of your legs. Palms facing up on the knees, closing your eyes, and just stacking shoulders over hips. Slightly bringing your chin in, tucking your chin so that your neck is in alignment with the spine. Just begin to focus on that natural breathing, following where the breath travels within your body. We'll start and end the class with a guided meditation. So just settle in, focus on that breath in and on that breath out. Rolling your shoulders back a few times, then forward. Then one more time up and down the back. Really push those shoulders away from the ears. Starting with 3 cleansing breaths. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep exhale out through the mouth. 2 more times here. Deep breath in through the nose. Nice, easy exhale out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, holding at the top. Deep exhale out through the mouth. Breathing in and out through the nose now. Can you lengthen your breath? Can you deepen your breath? Allowing the air to flow in through your nose, through the back of the throat, down the length of the spine, and into the belly, expanding the abdomen out, taking in as much air as possible here. Allow this conscious breathing to calm the mind and the body. Relax your brow, relax your jaw, soften the face. Begin to feel stillness flowing into your body. Taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out, returning to the breath. If you find yourself distracted by thoughts, just paying attention to that steady breath in and steady breath out. The sound of your breath should be a nice, light snoring sound. Audible breathing in and out through the nose. We're going to go through a quick body scan to see how the body is feeling today. If you're holding any tension, any tightness, where that might be. So starting at your feet, sending the breath to the feet, bringing awareness to that part of your body. Moving up to the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the low belly, the abdomen, lower back, traveling up to the chest, the upper back, the shoulders flowing down into the arms, into the hands, all the while being mindful of the breath. Bringing breath and awareness back into the arms, to the shoulders, to the throat, to the neck, the jaw, maybe slightly opening your mouth, the brow, the face. Just releasing something that doesn't serve you on your exhale as you breathe in love and light. Allowing the conscious breathing to calm the mind and the body. Feeling more still, more at ease with each breath in and each breath out. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to inhale those arms up to the sky. Reach, 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 reach up to the sky, creating length in that side body here. Placing your left hand onto the ground, lean over to that left side, root down into the right sitting bone. Feel that nice juicy stretch in the right side body. Bringing your gaze to the ceiling here, keeping the eyes closed. Taking 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Coming back to center, switching to the other side. Right hand on the ground, left arm is up and overhead. Root down into that left sitting bone, gazing up at the ceiling, reach towards the right side wall, feeling a nice deep side stretch here. Come back to center 1 more time on each side, maybe going a little bit deeper this round, placing that forearm onto the ground, reaching for the left side of the room, rooting down into the right sitting bone. Pulling that shoulder back into the shoulder socket as you gaze up at the ceiling. Inhale to rise, moving to the other side. Maybe bring that right forearm down as the left arm reaches towards that right side wall. As you root down into the left sitting bone, bring that shoulder back into the shoulder socket. Gaze up at the ceiling here. Taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Inhale to rise, moving into a seated twist, right hand on left knee, left arm behind you as you inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Really twist from the torso here. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Coming back to center, switching to the other side. Left hand on right knee, right arm is behind you, right hand on the ground as you inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Taking steady breaths in and steady breaths out. Can you lengthen the breath? Can you deepen the breath? Coming back to center 1 more time on each side. See if you can twist a little bit deeper from the torso, bringing that right rib cage through. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe bringing your gaze to the back of the room. Coming back to center, switching to the other side. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Bring that left rib cage through. Maybe gazing towards the back of the room as you focus on that breath in and on the breath out. Coming back to center. Switching the cross of your legs here. Palms facing down on the knees as we inhale to press the chest forward. Exhale to dome the spine, chin to chest for some seated cat-cows. Moving along your own breath here, really exaggerate these movements. Doing whatever feels right for your body, going at your own pace according to your own breath. Maybe keeping your eyes closed here still to really bring that attention inward. Really focusing on the thing inside the four corners of the mat. Just you, nothing else. Taking 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Coming back to center. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Moving your hands farther away from you. Getting your chest parallel to the ground, maybe resting your forehead down. You can also put a pillow underneath you to support you here. Press the sit bones towards the back of the room and lengthen through the crown of the head. Taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Feeling a lengthening in that left side body, a lengthening in the right side body. Your sit bones pushing you towards the back of the room and your hands pulling you towards the front. Taking 3 more breaths here. Steady breaths in, steady breaths out. If your forehead is on the ground or on a pillow, really feel the forehead press into the earth here. Feeling that connection. Continuing to focus on that steady breath in and steady breath out. Gently bring those hands back to your body. Stretch your legs out here. Give them a nice shake. Remove the flesh from the sit bones as you inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe your hands grab your calves, maybe the ankles or the feet. Just whatever you can reach. Make sure to flex your toes. Toes are pointing up to the ceiling. And the crown of head extends towards the front of the room here. Feeling that nice stretch in the legs here. Slightly tucking your chin to your chest. Steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Noticing how the air feels with each inhale. Allowing that warm air to release in an exhale through the nose here. Slightly cool air enters the nose. Warm air exits the nose. Taking 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Inhale to slowly rise. Bring the soles of the feet together. Moving your feet farther away for a more gentle stretch. Hands wrap the outsides of the feet as you sit nice and tall. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold, pressing the elbows into the sides of the legs, allowing the crown of the head to move forward. You can always rest some pillows underneath your knees here, and you can place a pillow or a blanket in front of your feet. Taking steady breaths in and steady breaths out. Notice how the posture feels now that we're a couple breaths in. Send the breath to any areas that feel tension. Remember to press the elbows down into the sides of the legs. Just enjoying this nice hip opener here. Slowly rise up, bring your knees to touch, and slowly roll up into a ball here. Slowly moving into a forward fold, bringing the hips and tailbone up to the ceiling. Hands hang heavy here. You can have a nice bend in your knees, straightening your legs as you're ready, and hands grab opposite elbows. Allow yourself to hang heavy here. Crown of head moves towards the ground here. Taking 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Slowly release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up to the sky, root to rise. Bring hands to heart center. Now we're going to step our feet out here. Probably around like 3 feet between the heels. Bending deeply down into goddess. So arms out, elbows bent. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to bend. 2 more times here. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. Inhale to rise. Really stretch towards the ceiling. Exhale to bend. Placing your hands down onto your legs, moving side to side here. Remembering the breath, taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Maybe you're here, just a slight bend in your knees. Maybe you can bend down a little bit deeper, whatever works for you. Now coming back to center, I want you to dip that left shoulder towards the middle of the mat as you gaze up at the ceiling. Feeling a nice stretch in the back here. Coming back to center, switching to the other side, dipping that right shoulder towards the middle, the midline as you gaze up at the ceiling here. Coming back to center one more time on each side. Breathing into the upper back here. Steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Coming back to center, switching to the other side once more. Coming back to center. Raise those arms as we inhale back up and heel toe those feet to the center of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Slowly come back into a seated position. Extending both legs forward. Moving into a wide straddle stretch here. Toes are pointing up to the ceiling as we inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Walking your hands away from you, maybe resting your forearms down onto the ground here. Maybe placing a blanket or pillow underneath the forearms. Maybe you get your chest down to the ground. Just picking the right posture for you. Steady breaths in and steady breaths out. Can you lengthen your breath? Can you deepen your breath? Can you walk those hands farther away from you? Creating length on the sides of the body, the left side and the right side. Crown of head moves towards the front of the room here. Make sure to point those toes up to the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Slowly bring those hands back to you. Legs close and slowly come to a lying down position onto your mat. Soles of the feet touch. Knees splay out to the side. One hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart for Supta Baddha Konasana. Close your eyes here. Feel the rise and fall of your body with each breath in and each breath out. You can always rest some pillows or blankets to help support your knees. On your next inhale, pressing the big toes together. On an exhale, let the knees fall heavy. Inhale to press the big toes together. Exhale, let the knees fall heavy to the earth. One more time here. Inhale to press the big toes together. Exhale, let the knees fall heavy. Taking steady breaths in and steady breaths out. Enjoying this nice hip opener here. Taking 2 more breaths here. Can you lengthen your breath? Can you deepen your breath? Slowly bring your knees to touch soles of the feet onto the ground. Bring the right knee to the chest. Extend the left leg out. Really pull the right knee up to your shoulder. And push it over to the left side, bumping your left hip to the middle of the mat, extending your right arm out as you gaze towards the right side. Feel a nice gentle twist here. Taking 2 breaths here. 1 more breath here. Maybe you continue in this twist. Maybe that left hand is grabbing the outside of the right foot. Allow you to fully extend the right leg out. Making sure both shoulder blades are on the ground here. As you gaze to the right side. Feel free to close your eyes here to continue to bring that attention, that awareness inward. Steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Feeling more still, more at ease with each breath in and each breath out. Slowly bring that right knee back to center, to the chest. Give yourself one more nice hug here. Extend that right leg out. Bring the left knee to the chest. Pull it up to that left shoulder. Slowly bring that left knee to the right side. Bump the right hip over. Extend that left arm out as you gaze to the left side. Trying to keep both shoulder points down to the ground here. Taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Now, if you can't keep both shoulder points on the ground, don't worry. In this posture, you're really just supposed to feel a stretch, a nice stretch in the torso here. Staying here in this twist, or bringing your right hand to the outside of the left foot, extending the left leg out for a deeper stretch here as you continue to gaze towards the left side wall. Closing your eyes, bringing that attention inward, the awareness inward. Can you lengthen your breath? Can you deepen your breath? Feeling more still, more at ease with each breath in and each breath out. Taking 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Slowly bring that left knee to the chest. Have the right knee meet the left. Give yourself a nice hug. Let's do some circles in one direction. Massaging that lower back, making the circles big or small, whatever feels nice to you. Changing the direction now. Noticing how big circles feel, how smaller circles feel. Just giving that lower back a nice massage here. Coming back to center, I want you to rock back and forth on that spine, allowing you to come into a seated position. From a seated position, roll over the knees, moving into a wide knees child's pose. So knees are met with distance apart, big toes touch at the back of the mat, and let your chest fall heavy. You can always place a blanket, a pillow underneath you to make it more comfortable, and really feel your forehead press into the earth here. With each exhale, let your hips fall heavy towards the back of the room. Feeling the connection to the earth where your hands are, your forehead, your knees, the shins, the tops of your feet. Allow yourself to melt down into the mat. Taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. That nice audible breath in and audible breath out. We're going to halfway lift and slide that left arm under the right, allowing that left arm to be parallel to the frontage side of the mat. And allow yourself and your chest to fall down to the mat once more. Your chest pressing your left arm down to the earth. Maybe your forehead is resting onto the ground or onto a mat here. Should be a nice stretch here, no pinching. If there's some pinching, bring that arm up to the upper right edge side of the mat. Slowly bring that left arm back, slide the right arm underneath the left, and lay down on the right arm here, pressing forehead down into the mat. Feeling that same stretch on the right side. For the shoulder, for the rotator cuff here, taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Remember, no pinching here. If there's any pinching, bring that right arm a little bit closer to that upper left edge side of the mat. Slowly return that right arm to where it was before, moving back into a child's pose. Taking 2 breaths here in child's pose. One more breath. Slowly rise on up into a neutral table. Now there are 2 options here. We're going to move either into a pigeon or a figure 4 stretch on your back. So choose the one that works for you here. If you're going into pigeon, moving into a downward facing dog, inhale that right leg up to the sky and then bring it forward and through for pigeon. So right elbow to right wrist, left toes to left wrist, untuck the back foot for pigeon here. If you're on your back, bringing that right ankle to the left knee, clasp the left leg, press the right knee towards the front of the room, towards your left toes. Should feel a really nice stretch, and make sure to flex the right toes towards you while pulling the left leg in. Really send the breath to the areas that feel tension, that feel any tightness. Closing your eyes here, soften your face, relax your brow, relax your jaw. Really focus on your breathing, let it carry you through difficult postures where you feel tightness, tension. Sending the breath to the areas that need it. If you are in pigeon, slowly rise up, extend the right leg behind you, moving it around to release some tension, placing that right foot down to the ground. As you inhale, left leg up to the sky, bring it forward and through for pigeon on the other side. If you're doing your figure 4 stretch on your back, release that right foot down to the ground, cross the left ankle on the right knee. Have your hands clasped underneath that right leg, pulling the leg closer to you. Press the left knee away from you. Flex the left toes. Feeling that nice stretch here in the hips, in the legs. Finding stillness here. Send that breath again to the parts of your body that feel a little bit tight, a little tense. Remember to relax your face, relax your jaw, unfurrow the brow, soften the face. Notice if you're tense in your shoulders and just release them down to the mat. Press the shoulders away from the ears here. Taking steady breaths in, steady breaths out. If you're in pigeon, slowly rise up, extend the left leg behind you, shake it out, place the left foot onto the ground, coming into a downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of the mat, come down to a seated position and meet me on your back. So you're in the figure four stretch. Just give your knees a nice hug, release out from that figure four stretch. Now we're going to move into legs up the wall, a nice inversion here, easy inversion. Now you can find a wall, or if you're okay, just extend your legs up to the ceiling, allowing a change of blood flow. If you need the wall to support you, go find a wall. We're going to be here just for a couple breaths before final relaxation. Taking steady breaths in and steady breaths out. This posture is wonderful to do right before bed, really promotes relaxation. Anytime you feel that your thoughts are racing right before bed, just put your legs up onto the wall. I have friends that fall asleep in this posture when they do it in their beds. Remember to return to the breath, that audible breath in, audible breath out. Making sure your spine is glued down to the earth, to the floor. Hands pressing down into the mat, providing stability and support here. Steady breaths in and steady breaths out. Feeling more still, more at ease, with each breath in and each breath out. Allow that belly to expand with each breath in and contract with each breath out. Really allowing yourself to take in as much air as possible. Now for final relaxation, you can stay in the legs up the wall. You can move into Supta Baddha Konasana once more. Soles of the feet touch, knees splay out to the side. Or you can extend both legs out, letting feet flip out to the side, palms facing up here. Pick the posture that's calling out to you. Finding a few more moments of stillness here. Connection to the breath, bridging the mind and the body. And final relaxation, I want you to begin to feel heavy, way down to the earth, like you're melting down into the mat here. As you return to that natural breathing, bringing awareness to your body, noticing how it's feeling at the end of the class. Bringing your attention to your mind, notice how it feels after a 45-minute class. Does Does it feel more at peace, less chatter, less clutter? And if your mind still feels a little noisy, just let go of those thoughts with your next exhale. Continue to release them from your body and your mind, allowing that heaviness to fill you, weigh you down to the earth. Gently bring some attention back into your body, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Inhale to raise those arms up and overhead for a nice full body stretch. Bring your knees to your chest, give yourself a nice hug. Rolling on to your favorite side, using your bottom arm as a pillow. As you're ready, gently come up to a seated position, palms facing up, eyes closed. Imagine there's a string at the top of your head pulling you up to the ceiling, allowing you to create space between each vertebra to lengthen the spine. Bringing hands to heart center, finding a moment of gratitude here. As you bring thumb knuckles to third eye center, space between the brows, seat of intuition. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. As we bow forward, namaste.